Right now on Denver 7 News at 5 a.m., the Douglas County School Board is on the hunt for its next superintendent. So we're taking a closer look at the fast-track process as community members want to know when they'll get to weigh in.
Russia says it is calling back more troops from the border with Ukraine, but the U.S. is not convinced the threat is over, how the tensions are impacting us here at home.
And Boulder County is providing more resources for victims of the Marshall Fire. All new this morning, the measures other counties are taking to prevent a fire like this from happening again. A lot of the alerts called into question as people had to get out with little to no warning, so we'll explain what's being done for a better system. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. You know, fire conditions probably won't be a concern as a lot of snow is on the way to the metro. It's a Denver 7 weather action day. Clear right now, as you can see from our mile-high camera, but we're watching a storm moving in by this afternoon and picking up by the evening commute. So we want to bring in meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo. And Lisa, you are tracking snow totals that are going up.
Yeah, and within just about 36 hours, we're going to go from sunshine to snow back to sunshine. A very fast-moving storm. And yet earlier in the week, it looked like maybe around 2 to 4 inches for Denver. Those numbers have gone up, and we'll show you that here in just a minute. Some of the snow now falling out on the western slope, starting to spread farther east. It'll take some time, though. We'll get increasing clouds here in town by mid-morning, and then likely we'll start to see some of that snow by early afternoon. So when you look at our weather headlines, it's dry for the morning commute. You've got no issues weather-wise this morning. It might actually be a bright eastbound drive. Snow, though, developing especially close to the north near Fort Collins between about 12 and 2. And then it's going to get heavier here in town through the evening commute tonight. And temperature-wise, we're only going to see, it looks like, some mid to upper 30s, with then those numbers dropping and some blustery winds coming in out of the north. Quick look at the timing of this. And again, you're going to find right around 12 to about 2 o'clock. Erie, Longmont, Fort Collins, snow developing. And then look at how it gets heavy right around 3 to about 5, Jason.
That means it's going to be right there at school pickup time. It's going to be right there in the evening commute. We are going to see a lot of snow causing the delays here up on some of these bridges, especially. This is Highway 34 at I-25, and so we would be looking towards Greeley that way. And so that would be the southbound side of I-25 going that way. We had some overnight restrictions in here. Everything is open, it looks like, and traffic's moving normally on I-25 as well as Highway 34, but obviously it's going to get slick. You can see the drive out on 6th Avenue out to the west side of town looking just fine. Headlights of the folks heading west. This is the eastbound side heading towards downtown, which you see some of the buildings out there. It's actually a quite nice glow with that all that moon glow out there right now. Take a look at the drive times. Anywhere you want to go looks just fine. So not a big problem for the drive yet. But obviously this evening, tomorrow morning, that's when the hot spots will be really making for a very slow drive around town.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Well, this morning, Douglas County School Board seems to be advancing quickly in their search for a new superintendent.
Just 12 days after the board's new majority voted to fire Corey Wise, a meeting tonight will determine the next steps. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon joins us live from Castle Rock with a look at this short timeline the board is setting to hire the district's next leader. Colette.
Yeah, that's right, guys. It all starts today, but the board should be voting on their final candidates by next Thursday. So in total, they're hoping this hiring process takes just a little more than a week. Now, at the special meeting this afternoon, they'll present the superintendent hiring timeline after public comment. They'll be discussing the job description, salary, and interview questions. Right now, they have 20 questions planned. One of the first ones regarding the financial situation of the district. Another, if pay should be tied to performance. Plus, what are the most critical issues impacting students? And the salary, it's 6 figures in the $200,000 range, but the maximum could break that $300,000 range. From there, they'll post the job tomorrow internally for district staff to apply. Next Tuesday, they want to discuss the applicants and decide which candidates they'll interview. And then in Thursday's special meeting, those interviews should be happening along with public comment and a vote on the finalists. Now, after that timeline is over, the board does say there will be a chance for people to express their opinions about their decision. Students, staff, and parents can all schedule their own different forums. And of course, constituents can always email over their thoughts or sign up for public comment at future meetings. We're live in Castle Rock. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Well, and Colette, there will be public comment tonight, and we think that they could get pretty heated. Board member Susan Meek posted on Facebook asking people's input on this fast-tracked timeline. Her post has already received nearly 200 comments, many of them saying 1 week is not enough time. Typically, superintendent searches take months. For some context here, last year, 5 metro area districts replaced their superintendents. It took more than 6 months for Denver Public Schools. to name Alex Marrero. Jeffco Schools took more than 8 months to select Tracy Dorland. Cherry Creek promoted existing Chief of Staff Christopher Smith to the top job after a 2-month search. Poudre School District hired Brian Kingsley from North Carolina after looking for 5 months. And even Douglas County took more than 7 months to hire Corey Wise, and he was already acting superintendent.
Right. Well, new from overnight, Russia says it is returning more of its troops and weapons to bases, signaling a de-escalation. But the United States is skeptical, and President Biden says an attack on Ukraine could still happen very soon. ABC's Ika Jachi has the latest from Washington.
This morning, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine taking another step toward a possible war. Several hundred U.S. forces at Fort Campbell deploying to Europe. A defense official tells ABC News a mix of infantrymen, military police officers, and logistics personnel will be included in the 3,000 soldiers already heading to the region. President Biden addressing the American people on the importance of American involvement.
It's about standing for what we believe in, the right of countless countries to choose their own destiny.
Biden pledged that the U.S. would give diplomacy every chance and urged Vladimir Putin to step back from the brink of war. If Russia does invade, the president says that it won't come without costs to our economy, signaling the potential for higher gas prices.
I will not pretend this will be painless. There could be impact on our energy prices. So we are taking active steps to alleviate the pressure on our own energy markets and offset raising prices.
Overnight, the Russian Defense Ministry releasing this video of tanks they say are being transported away from areas near Ukraine, but ABC News learning that U.S. intelligence sees no evidence of a Russian withdrawal. Rather, sources say some Russian troops are actually moving into forward firing positions.
We have not yet verified the Russian military units are returning to their home bases.
But a full-fledged war between Russia and Ukraine wouldn't be easy for Russia. Ukrainian soldiers and military personnel far outnumber the 150,000 Russian troops.
It's not like this is going to be a cakewalk. The weather's a problem. It's raining. The snow is melting. The clouds are low. This is going to be very difficult for the Russians to operate.
Meanwhile, Ukraine's cybersecurity agency says a massive cyber attack has crashed its Ministry of Defense and its Armed Forces website, as well as 2 of its largest state banks. A possible sign of more to come. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, tomorrow will mark 7 weeks since the Marshall Fire destroyed neighborhoods in Boulder County. And this morning, we're taking a closer look at another Colorado county investing in sensors to better warn people of a fire. We'll also tell you how to sign up for alerts no matter where you live across the metro. But first, there are more resources for Marshall Fire victims. Boulder County is expanding financial aid to include homes damaged by smoke or ash. The county is allotting $2,500 to homes with 1 or 2 people. Households with 3 or more people can get up to $5,000. Applications can be submitted through the Boulder County website.
2 of the big lessons learned from the Marshall Fire in Boulder County are how fast fires can spread and how important every minute of early warning can be. So today, Gilpin County is announcing a pilot program to test out wildfire sensors. Gilpin County includes Nederland, Black Hawk, along with miles and miles of hiking, camping, and other recreation areas, so certainly very prone to fires. The N5 wildfire detection system is a series of sensors that can detect heat and other air quality changes. No matter where you live, the best way to know about a fire, a flood, or any other problem is to sign up for emergency alerts in your city and county. There are a lot of different systems that are used in the metro. Most automatically call landlines. If you want them to call your cell phone, you have to sign up. We have links to all of the metro counties on the denverchannel.com and our Denver 7 Plus app.
It is right now, a Denver 7 weather action day. Take a look at our snow. We're expecting around 4 to 8 inches in and around Denver this afternoon. Coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to show you the timing of this, give you a better idea of when it's going to hit, where it's going to be the heaviest, and when it's going to clear out. It's another really fast-moving storm, though, Jason. We've got more 60s on the Super 7 day.
And that's really going to help our melting as we get that storm moved out of here, so we won't have lingering effects, but Thursday morning still will be very slick. Right now, it looks good here at 64th and Wadsworth. Not seeing any problems up in Arvada, up in Wheat Ridge, out there across Golden, the west side of town looks fantastic. So a nice quiet start here to the morning commute.
Facebook's parent company Meta is paying up in a new settlement. How you might qualify thanks to the like button.
I'm John Matarese. Dollar stores have been a godsend during these inflationary times with items for just $1. But now those prices are going up. I'll show you how much coming up.